Hello, hello, my amazing artists, and today we're going to be making a stack of teacups, or patterned teacups. Hopefully you learned a little bit about Asian pottery by reading your Google Classroom information. And now we're going to get started with the project. I have pieces of paper, okay? I have them going up and down because it's easier to do it that way. I have my pencil, my Sharpie, and some colors for later. Before we get started drawing on the actual paper, I'm going to show you a trick that might be helpful for you, okay? And that's to be creating a symmetrical stencil of our teacup. So I have here a little index card. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you because there we go. Easier to see. I have just a regular index card. I'm going to take it. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to draw just the shape of the teacup. So I'm going to start at the top edge and bring it down. I like that shape. I hope you can see it. I like this shape. Oops. There we go. I like this shape. I think it's pretty nice. Let's see how it is when I cut it out. Okay. Now, when I cut this out, you can see that this paper is folded. I have to keep this paper folded. All right. I don't want to unfold it yet because I'm making a symmetrical stencil. Just go slowly. Stay on my line. Unfold it and let's see. Wow. Yes, I do like my shape of my cup, of my teacup. I might even want to make it a little fancier. And if that's true, I fold it back up. Maybe I want to add a little curve in there. Let's see. Aha, another good shape. I think I'm going to stick with this one. So now I have a stencil or a tracer that I can use for my whole project. So that's a little tip for you. If you'd like to use a stencil, you do not have to use a stencil, however. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side, bring my paper back. Here we go. First thing I'm going to do is start on the bottom. Now I'm drawing in Sharpie marker just so that you can see my lines better. I want you to start in pencil just in case you make a mistake. And it's always easier if you draw with your finger first. I'm going to make sure that the bottom of my the bottom of my teacup is about 1 or 2 fingers up. So I'm going to start with a little dot there. I hope you can see it. So that I have room for my little saucer or my plate afterwards. There's my teacup. And instead of tracing, you can trace the top if you like. But for me, to make a straight line, I'm going to curve it down just a little bit. Wow. I really like my teacup. I'm going to come around the sides. Remember I talked about my saucer or the plate underneath? I'm going to come around and draw that there. It's only going to be one of them because it stays on the table. And next I'm going to draw my handle. Now, handle is a shape. It's not just one straight line. So I'm going to go back and add that in. Wow, I really like it. Okay, next one. I'm going to make this one tilted a little bit. You can't see through teacups, so when I trace, I'm only going to trace from the teacup to the top. Remember, if I'm going too fast at any time, you can always pause that video. Wow. And I'm going to go from here to here, and I like to curve my line a little bit, like I said earlier. And I'll show you why in a minute. Now this one, handle over here this time, I think. And the last one. Now, because I did a little curve to my teacup from here to here, I curved it just a little bit, just slightly. I'm going to add the top of the teacup or an ellipse. So that's really just a line that goes a little bit up curved. Watch this. And connects. If I want to be fancy, if you want to be fancy, you can add that slight ellipse to the other ones, but don't draw through. Do you see that? But you don't have to if you don't want to. Wow, I really like my stacked teacups. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my pencil, my marker, my things to color with, and I'm going to add patterns in each of these teacups. Also, I'm going to make sure I add a little bit of shading, shadows inside those ellipses that I drew. If you drew the ellipses, you do not have to, like I said before. A little bit of shadow, it makes it look a little bit 3D. Okay, my artist friends, I hope you had fun learning how to draw your stacked teacups. Remember, teacups come in all sorts of different shapes, and I hope you had fun. Good luck!